Crypto Morning TA. Good morning, everybody. It's August 31st, 2021. My name's Piano Matty B. That's Scaramucci's. This is your Morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing, all the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the data. The FOMO index has remained unchanged at 73. And Nosy Miss Newsbom's social media market sentiment in a rent-controlled apartment in Queens is at 69%. Which means every time people talk about Bitcoin, it has a 69% positivity rate. Bitcoin dominance has trickled down to 42.14%. 24-hour volume is at 77.5 billion, and the overall market cap has increased to 2.13 trillion. Give or take a couple 100 million. Over on the daily, it looks like the bullish engulfing candle's given back its gains. The pull of the 20 moving average has proven too much, and like all toxic relationships, it's muddled in the hopes of change and the promise of new beginnings, only to rehash a little bit more of that predictable behavior we so long to distance ourselves from. Yesterday, we not only tested support, but closed the candle underneath, giving the 20 its old, albeit brief, title of resistance before flipping it back to support. One thing I'm keeping my dead eye on is the moving average club sandwich forming. Piano Matty B isn't a club sandwich just an acronym for chicken lettuce under bacon? Yes, it is. But in this case, price action is both chicken lettuce and bacon. While the 20 moving average in the 20 becomes the bun. At this point, we see price action bouncing within the tight range of 46K and 48K. Think of it as the sides of a pool, and you're trying to see if you can swim to each side underwater, holding your breath. Each time coming up for air and begging your parents to watch you try again. While these two moving averages are getting closer, it gets easier for us to go back and forth until finally we take a huge breath and kick off the 200 and blast past the 20. And at this point, the 20 moving average side of the pool will be too far away to make that underwater voyage, and we will break to the upside. One might make an argument for a smidgeling of negative divergence over on the MACD, while we see price action rising and the MACD going lower. Throwing a cross right here, and I wouldn't want to take that girl home to meet the mom, no. So let me just get your order straight here, sir. You would like a 20 over 200 moving average club sandwich with a side of negative divergence? Would you like to supersize that with a MACD cross? Sure? Okay. And for dessert, can I offer you some increasingly low volume? Yes, that sounds fine, thank you. Now, do I get a dad discount for erring on the side of safety and caution? No? Okay, gotcha. Over on the weekly, we have Lenny Briscoe and Mike Logan investigating the disappearance of all volume. According to some dock workers, they've noticed that volume had not been showing up to work as much as it used to, and when it did, it was often quite solemn and kept to itself. And Volume's ex-girlfriend noted that although he could get very high at times, she can't remember when she's ever seen him this low. District Attorney Benji Stone quipped, "Fear and panic are stronger emotions than optimism and greed. And as such, stronger emotions override rationality and induce bad decision making." Okay. Over on the 4-hour chart, the locals are celebrating the appearance of a double bottom at 46.8. Historically, double bottoms are a sign of a price reversal to the upside. Now, I prefer my double bottoms to have the second bottom slightly higher than the previous, just like that one. Local elders claim the double bottom has a 76% probability of prosperity, fertility, and upside breakouts. The Coalition of Dads for Safety and Caution released a statement saying, as much as we like to enjoy double bottoms, we're waiting to see if price action can break the neckline of 48.7. And at that point, with extreme moderation, we just might celebrate too. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected lead. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. BitBoy Crypto Morning Tea.